The power of ignoring a woman. Why less attention creates more attraction. Let's be honest. If you think constantly showering a woman with attention, affection, and validation is the key to winning her heart, you've been misled. In reality, the opposite might be true. What if I told you that by simply pulling back and ignoring her, even just a little, you could get inside her head, make her question her own feelings, and completely shift the power dynamic in your favor? Sounds harsh? Maybe. But this is the cold, hard reality of attraction psychology. The secret most men don't know. The art of ignoring a woman isn't about disrespecting her. It's about shifting your mindset. Most men are conditioned to believe that the more they invest, the more they'll be rewarded. But what if that approach is actually pushing her away? Ignoring a woman taps into the core of her emotional triggers, her desire for validation, attention, and the mysterious allure of what she can't have. It's simple human nature. We value what's scarce, and we crave what feels just out of reach. By creating just the right amount of distance, you make her start chasing you. Now, before you jump to conclusions, let's be clear. This isn't about toxic manipulation. It's about understanding the deeper psychological dynamics that drive attraction. Women are emotional creatures, driven by complex desires. And sometimes, the more you back off, the more intrigued they become. When you master the art of pulling away, you stop coming across as needy, and suddenly, she's the one craving your attention. This strategy, though controversial, has deep roots in evolutionary psychology. Throughout history, men who appeared more self-sufficient, independent, and in control were seen as stronger, more attractive mates. In today's world, the same principle still applies. White have a checkmark confidence creates attraction. White have a checkmark scarcity creates value. White have a checkmark predictability kills desire. So in this video, we're diving deep into the dark psychology behind ignoring a woman. The tactics that make her think about you, chase you, and respect you without you having to overinvest. 1. Overinvestment kills attraction. Have you ever noticed that the men who try too hard, texting constantly, planning elaborate dates, buying gifts, are often the ones who get ignored or friend-zoned? That's because when something is too available, it loses its value. Let's break it down. If you're always the first to text, she never has to wonder if you're thinking about her. If you cancel plans for her, she doesn't feel the need to prioritize you. If you overdo the compliments and gifts, she gets used to them, and they lose meaning. At first, she might appreciate the attention, but eventually, it becomes predictable, and predictability kills attraction. Instead, imagine you start giving her space. You're not always the first to text. You don't always respond immediately. You keep conversations light and fun instead of forcing something deeper. Suddenly, she's wondering, why isn't he chasing me like every other guy? That curiosity is powerful. It makes her think about you even when you're not around. Overinvestment is the fastest way to lower your value. The men who understand this know that pulling back, being selective with their attention, keeps a woman on her toes. 2. Ignoring triggers curiosity. This is where it gets really interesting. Ignoring a woman, strategically, often works better than showering her with attention. Why? Because when you don't give her the validation she expects, you stand out. Think about this scenario. You meet a woman at a party. You hit it off. Most guys would immediately start texting her nonstop, trying to set up another date ASAP. But you take a different approach. You don't text her right away. When you do, you keep it short and casual. You're not constantly checking in. What happens next? She starts thinking about you. She wonders, why isn't he chasing me like every other guy? That mental gap, the uncertainty, is what pulls her in. Humans are wired to crave what's uncertain. If she knows you're always available, she won't feel any urgency. But if she's not sure when you'll text next, if she's not sure where she stands with you, she'll find herself more drawn to you. Now, this doesn't mean you should play childish games. It means you should stop making her your priority and start focusing on your own life. 3. Mystery keeps her hooked. Let's face it, nothing kills attraction faster than predictability. If a woman knows exactly what you're going to say or do next, she loses interest. This is why maintaining an air of mystery is so powerful. White have a checkmark the unknown is intriguing. White have a checkmark the unpredictable is exciting. Women love excitement. The thrill of not knowing exactly how you feel or where the relationship is heading keeps them emotionally invested. If you're an open book from day one, texting her constantly, telling her your entire life story, making it obvious how much you like her. There's no mystery left. Instead, keep parts of your life private. Don't always explain your plans. Be selective with what you reveal. The more she has to fill in the blanks, the more attached she becomes. 4. Pull away without disrespecting her. Let's clear something up. Pulling away doesn't mean ghosting her or treating her like she doesn't matter. That's not a strategy. That's just immaturity. The real art of pulling away is about creating space while still being respectful. A lot of men make the mistake of thinking that ignoring her means completely shutting down. But if you go too far, if you treat her like she's disposable, you'll destroy any real connection. Instead, you need to white have a checkmark, give her space to realize your value. White have a checkmark, stay confident and composed. White have a checkmark, focus on your own life, goals, and self-improvement. When she sees that you aren't always available, but you still treat her with respect, her attraction for you naturally grows. 5. Make her chase you. If you're always pursuing her, you're making a fundamental mistake. Women are more attracted when they have to work for your attention. When a man is too available, it signals that he has nothing else going on. That's not attractive. Instead, flip the script. Stop chasing. Stop over-texting. Stop trying too hard. Focus on your own life, your ambitions, your passions. The more you prioritize yourself, the more she'll start craving your attention. And that's when the real shift happens. For years, men have been fed the lie that they need to chase women to win them over. But the truth? The less you invest, the more they crave your attention. This isn't manipulation. It's just basic human psychology. So what do you think? Have you ever tried pulling back and noticed a shift in how women respond to you? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your experiences. And as always, remember, embrace a stoic mindset. Prioritize yourself, and let them chase you.